Today was the first day of rookie minicamp. As one season maybe coming to a close, another new birth. The life cycle of the sports calendar.
Am I ready for Carolina Panthers football? Am I ready
I don't know if that's the light at the end of the tunnel.
I don't know if that's the light at the end of the tunnel.
It's pretty dim and light.
If the Canes do end up not making history and winning the series, at least you can dive right into Panthers football, baby. I don't know if that's the reward. That maybe it's a punishment. If the Canes can't distract us deep into June, then you're forced to pay attention to the offseason for the Carolina Panthers. Maybe that's the punishment. A few things. One, the rookies were on the field today. Their entire rookie class was signed. So while certain agents and certain players believe it is of their best interest to haggle over the minutia of a contract, because remember, the values are slotted, right? What draft pick are you? All right, this is how much money you get. It's just the language within the contract that can be negotiated. So certain players drag that on. The Panthers have signed all 7 of their draft picks. They're all pen to paper, ink, set in stone, locked in. That's good. That's good news for the Panthers. Because the Panthers have to find value. They have to find advantage in the margins everywhere they can. They need, the way I describe it is have you ever pulled up to a drive-thru? You got your meal ordered, and you realize you don't have your wallet with you?
Yep.
And suddenly you're looking through the console for, did I leave a $10 bill in here at some point? You're doing the index finger, middle finger pinch, trying to get the dime that you had between the cushions, and you're looking for money, value, anywhere you can find it.
Or if you get desperate enough, you start counting through the change that you have.
100%. You wear like the change you have in the cup holder. You're going, oh no, are there any quarters in here? Why do I save all these pennies? Like, you're looking for value anywhere. That has to be the Panthers this offseason. The Panthers, the keep pounding Panthers, the Panthers, the Panthers have ground to make up on every other team in the NFL. And guess what? Every other team in the NFL is going to have a rookie minicamp. Every other team in the NFL is going to have OTAs. Every other team in the NFL is going to have training camp. Every other team is going to have meetings. Every other team is going to have Zoom calls. Every other team is going to do it. So how can you make yours better? And I don't care if it's 1% of 1% of 1% better. How can you make yours better? Because that's the only way you're going to make up ground. You're going to catch the rest of the teams in the NFL. One of them is, well, if their best player's a little distracted, their best draft pick's a little distracted by contracts, yours isn't. And you may say, oh, you're getting real down in the weeds. Yes. The little things add up. Like I said, 1% of 1% of 1%. Do that 1,000 times, you got a full percent, I think. Don't quote me on that.
Math on radio is
live math is the dumbest thing I do.
It's flirt with a disaster.
I do it all the time. Maybe 10,000 times. I don't know. My point is, if you do it a lot, it adds up to something bigger. So, for example, right? And keep in mind that we see what the media wants us to see on these mini camps. We see what the team wants us to see, right? They run it knowing who's watching what. The footage out of rookie minicamp today was particularly rough for the quarterbacks in the camp. Jack Plummer, their undrafted free agent out of Louisville, like I'm not breaking news here. There were more than a couple uncatchable passes in routes on air. How can Xavier Legette find value, get 1% better, faster than the other first-round wide receivers? How can Legette find value in a mini camp when the quarterback isn't lighting it up? That's what the Panthers have to do. They don't have the luxury of, we went into a rookie mini camp, we brought in these undrafted free agent quarterbacks, they weren't getting it done, so, oh well, we'll try to do better tomorrow. They don't have that luxury. Right? If you're the Chiefs, and you drafted Xavier Worthy in the first round, and you show up and your undrafted rookie free agents aren't getting it done, guess what you do? No darn. Xavier will pick it up when we get Pat Mahomes in town. Like, that's fine for them. They're the defending Super Bowl champs. Xavier Legette can't waste a day, can't waste a rep, can't waste a second. So it's probably a mental day for him, right? If your quarterback can't throw you the ball, have the coach walk up to you and tell you if you were where you're supposed to be every single play. Have Dave Canales explain the plays to you in intricate detail every single time you go up there. It's rookie mini camps are not day camp, right? I was listening to the Kelsey Brothers podcast, New Heights, and Jason Kelsey, who, by the way, played in the NFL for 12, 13 years, and this is his first offseason retired. He said he might go to rookie minicamp because it's just entertaining. And Travis Kelce jumped in and said the thing he looks for at rookie minicamp is how guys respond to messing up.
Yeah.
Because you're gonna mess up. And then they talked about the one big clap, you know, when you make a bad play, when you drop a pass, when you run the wrong route and coach is yelling at you, you do the one big clap just to show that you know you messed up and you're working on it. Just like a gosh darn it clap. They were talking about that, and I was thinking, like, that is a good part of rookie minicamp. A good part of rookie minicamp is messing up because, you know, the best players don't make the same mistake twice, so make all the mistakes in rookie minicamp. The Panthers have a new offense they're putting in, right? The rookies, I mean, they're going to be thrown into the fire, and the veterans, once they get there, won't even be able to help them that much because the veterans have to worry about themselves figuring it out. It's a new offense. Make the mistakes now. The rookie mini camps definitely have like an open tryout vibe because you have all these guys who aren't going to end up on the game roster or even maybe the training camp roster. I've got a ton of teammates that their entire NFL careers were 3 days of rookie minicamp. And then they didn't get picked up after that, and they never got picked up by anyone ever again. But they have a really sweet picture of them in helmets and no pads playing in an NFL uniform. So it does feel like a tryout vibe. The Panthers can't think of it like that. Jonathan Brooks, their second-round running back, was there. He had a sleeve on his ACL, which he got repaired in November, and basically didn't do anything. He has to be out there getting value.
Find a way to get him involved, even while he's sidelined.
Mental reps. What do you do on this? What would you do on this?
Yeah,
what do you do on
plays,
this?
coaching plays.
What did he do wrong? What did he do right? Why was that good? Why was that bad? What is the quarterback thinking here? You're going to hear this from me all offseason. We have a long offseason ahead of us, right? Not many big roster moves coming, maybe a late Stephon Gilmore addition or something like that, but not many. We have a long offseason ahead of us, and every single step along the way, you're going to hear me saying, where can they find value in the margins? Where can they find value that no one else is getting in the NFL? Right now, it is a you have to make up ground challenge for the Panthers. Every single team in the NFL is ahead of you. Start picking them off, right? Like a horse who's, coming off the first turn and dead last, and then all of a sudden they pass one, they pass two, they pass three, they pass. Oh, now they're making up ground. They're on the outside. They pass five, they pass six. That's what the Panthers have to be trying to do. It's not an even like everyone. The cliche is always, after the draft, everyone's 0-0. Everyone's dreaming Super Bowl. Everyone's in the same place. It's not the case, right? This isn't redraft. Everybody doesn't go back in. You don't start your team from scratch every year. You're building off of the previous, and the Panthers were the worst team in the NFL this past year. Rookie minicamp is about how can you get the players that you expect to be around 1% of 1% of 1%. Ready for this? This is good English. 1% of 1% of 1% more better than everyone else in the NFL.
They're essentially building from the ground up again.
Building from the ground up, and everybody else already has their first floor built. Some teams have, skyscrapers built already, and you're starting with, a shovel.
Some teams are putting their frames up.
There's a
outline their walls.
There's a bunch of different, some teams have the stick frame, some have the outside done, some are putting on the finishes, some have a skyscraper mansion. Panthers have a shovel and a plot of land. You better work all night. When they're resting, when they're sleeping, you better be working.